Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today's video is going to be this set of nails that I like to call Boho Chic. So starting off with filing the nails, just shaping them up a bit, and then going in with a base coat. I noticed we have a few new subscribers here, so welcome. I hope you enjoy what I do here and continue to watch. So starting with this white gel polish, it's from a brand that doesn't exist anymore, so I can't list it in the description box, but this is a very thin gel polish, so I'm going to do 2 layers because with white gel polishes, when they are a thinner consistency, they tend to leave a bit of streaking on the first layer. So definitely going to go in with 2 coats on these nails with the white. So the colors that I'm using over here, I'm going to list them in the description box in case I forget to mention anything. These are liner gels, and I have a whole bunch of them, but I never really use them. So I figured I'm going to make a set specifically dedicated to liner gels because they're really convenient. I just forget to use them. So I started by putting on a matte top coat because I like doing nail art on matte top coat. I think the gels just stick better. On a shiny top coat, they can sometimes slide around and get away from you a little bit. So I'm starting by just creating, you guessed it, lines with the liner gel. And starting off with this bright orange color, I am just going to create just very simple straight lines. I'm adding a bit of thickness to them and making sure to get along all the sides and filling it in. With a few of these colors, I do go in with a second coat because they're a bit thinner, but for the most part, I try not to do too many coats because the more coats you layer up when it comes to a design like this, the more you can kind of mess up the shape and the look. They can get a little bit messy. So for a few of them, I did a second coat off camera, but for the most part, I tried to keep it to 1 coat each. And I'm not trying to be too consistent with the thickness of the lines. I kind of wanted to look just a little bit natural, kind of a little rough around the edges. It's supposed to just look a little bit organic in a way, which is, I guess, kind of a funny way to describe it, but the point is not to be too perfect, although I do go in with a brush to straighten up the edges as much as possible and to give it a clean look, but not a perfect look. And I love how these colors just go well together. They just blend so seamlessly. I really love the look. So now I'm going in with a dotting tool, and you can see the teal color that I picked up here. And I'm just going to create some dots along the bottom. It just adds a little bit to the design. I really love how that came out, and that's going to go into the lamp. So for the next nail, I am going to create a diagonal line as opposed to the horizontal lines that we did before. This is kind of like that half French look, but not going for French today, just going for stripes. I honestly love this bright orange color, the first color I put down on this nail. It is so bright and so vibrant, and it reminds me of a time once when I went to get my nails done when I was younger with my mom and my sister, and I was wanting to match it to a dress that I had, which actually had pretty similar colors to this. It was like browns and oranges with pops of teal, so this nail set actually really reminds me of that dress, and I wanted to match it to that, and I actually picked out a color that was very similar to this bright orange that I had, the first color that I put down on this nail, and it was a bit darker but very similar. It was like definitely very close, and I wanted to wear it so bad because it would have matched my dress. It was so bright, and my mom and my sister were picking out more demure colors, I guess, sort of in like the light pinky realm of neutrals, and my mom was like, "Are you sure you want that color? It's so bright." And I knew I wanted it. It caught my eye immediately, and I was like, no, this is the one I want. So I got it, and I loved it. And I think that's really what sparked my joy for like bright colors on my nails, because doing colors on your nails is it's so easy to just go crazy with color without having to make any kind of permanent, change. It's not like dyeing your hair or getting a tattoo or a piercing or something. It's so easy to just add a bit of color and personality without like making any drastic changes to yourself. It took me a while afterwards to actually get into nails more so, but that was definitely, I think, the spark for my love of bright nails. Anytime I did get my nails done, I always went for a bright, vibrant color or something not so basic, I guess. I think that's really what sparked my joy, that bright orange color. So using it now in this set just really brought back those memories, and I really loved that color. So I'm really excited to have created a set with it, and I'm really happy that I made myself use these liner gels, because I had no idea that that color existed in my collection until I started using it. So anyway, continuing on, this is a similar nail to the one that I did before with the diagonal kind of half French, but I'm doing the diagonal in the opposite direction because they're going to be the nails on either side of the middle nail. So doing them on opposite sides just creates a nice frame, kind of like bookends to that nail. And I keep going in to clean up little messes and stuff, and I do cure the colors in between each color so that the colors don't bleed into each other. So obviously that's not shown, but yeah, you don't really want to be doing, unless you have extreme confidence in yourself, it's a good idea to at least give the colors a flash cure in between the colors. And here is that bright orange again that I'm absolutely loving. Every time I see it, I get so excited. I love orange. I think it's such a great color. I think it's so underrated, and it's so beautiful. So I'm really happy that I used it today. And I love going in with these dots. I wasn't sure if I wanted to add them at first, but I think they really add so much detail to the nails. It just adds a little bit of oomph. And now for the final nail, I'm going down the center of the nail in vertical stripes. And my trick with creating straight lines, it used to be really hard for me. It was hard to like keep the nail brush, as straight as possible. It could be a bit difficult sometimes, but I find that like using my pinky, as you can see, my right pinky is resting on my left thumb. Using your pinky as an anchor to just steady your hand is really helpful. And my hands got pretty shaky during all of this. Sometimes the stress of it a little bit can kind of make my hands a bit shaky, but that's why I go in with a brush. And I guess the most important thing is to take your time with it. Don't try to rush it. Don't try to be perfect on the first go, and know that you can clean it up. See here, I go in with a lint wipe to clean it up. So yeah, just straight lines or lines in general can just be a bit tricky, but the trick is to just stick at it, practice it, and trust yourself. And here, going in with those teal dots, I really love this teal color with the oranges. It's such a bright, vibrant color, and I really love how it looks. So now going in with this gold color, this gold gel from Madame Glam, what I'm going to do is take this fine liner brush, this is from a cart, and I am going to actually create lines in between where all of the colors meet. I felt that they were kind of just lacking a little bit of something. So between where the colors meet, I'll just do this gold line. I find that it really just adds a bit of detail and dimension when you kind of separate two colors with a third neutral color, be it black, white, gray, or gold or silver, kind of like an accent color. So that's what I'm doing over here, but I'm not doing the line by the dots because initially this wasn't really my plan. I hadn't planned on doing the gold lines until I realized that the set was missing a little something. So I actually made the dots pretty close to the lines over there, so I didn't want to go in with a gel line next to the dots over there and kind of risk making it look too bulky. So I'm skipping that area, but I think that kind of just adds to it. I think if there had been too much gold, it would have just been a bit overwhelming, but maybe that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think down below. Would you have done the stripes next to the dots as well, or do you like how it looks over here? So going in again with the stripes, it's just a matter of time. It's also finding a good liner brush. The longer the brush is, like for this one over here, it's a pretty long brush. A long brush for long stripes is really helpful. That means you just have to move the brush less often, and you can just do a much smoother one stripe go. So finding the right brush, finding the right tools, that definitely makes all the difference. And when you are separating two colors with a third color like that, it kind of cleans up any mess that you might have made. Like if the lines between the two colors aren't perfect, like between those two oranges, it was a bit crooked, but I, did the gold and it covered that up. So I forgot to turn on my camera to show this little gold beads over here, but I remembered to turn it on for the last one. So here I am doing this sort of rectangle-ish with the edges cut off rhinestone with 2 small gold rhinestones at the sides. The shape of it just seemed really natural for this nail set. I don't know, I saw it and it called to me and I said, that's going on my nails. So here, just giving it a flash cure so it doesn't shift out of place, and now going in with a top coat on all the nails. Because there are a few layers of polish, going in with a thicker top coat than usual, just so that everything is smoothed out and there isn't too much rough, bumpy texture. If that's something that doesn't bother you, then you don't have to go in with a thicker top coat, but if it does bother you to have like those little bumps and ridges from the different thicknesses of polish, then just put an extra thick layer of top coat and that should cover the whole thing. And here is the final set. I love how this came out. The colors are gorgeous. Let me know down below what you think. If you like this video, give the video a like so that I know, and let me know what you think of these colors of this set. And yeah, I hope you enjoy your day.